Oh, interesting. Um, this is quite new to me. Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Now this video is going to be really fun because we are starting with the medium level questions in our LeetCode. Now I think I am pretty late to the party because I see a lot of UI changes in the LeetCode here. We have like a lot of different things in our submissions, in our discussion tab and our solutions tab. Okay, so I'm not sure. I have not yet gone through all this. Okay, maybe in the future I will. Okay, so all those things aside, let's jump straight into the question. So what this question is, let me show you over here first. So basically, a skyline, we are given a skyline. So what is a skyline? So it is just a view from one side. Okay, it can either be north, east, west, or south. Okay, but what the skyline means is that the tallest building that we can see, okay, and the graph it makes, so something like that. Okay, now this can vary because let's say there is a building over here just like this, and behind that there's a taller building, and behind that there's a taller building. Okay, this can go over here as well. There's a building, and here it's a building, then we have another building, and another building. Okay, so in this case our skyline, it would look something like this. Okay, and yeah, like this and this. Okay, so now what we have to find is that what is the maximum size of our building that we can raise, so that this outline, the skyline, it remains the same. So let's say if I raise, let's say this is the first building, this is the second building, this particular one. Okay, so if I raise this first building to the height of this farthest building, okay, in that case also this skyline will remain as it is. The same goes with this one. If I raise this first building to the same height of this largest building over here, okay, in that case also the skyline will remain as it is. Okay, and here also, if I, instead of increasing the first building, if I increase the second building, okay, then also it will remain the same. But the catch over here is that this, what we saw just now, was just from one particular angle. Okay, but we have to consider all the sides, north, east, west, south. So let's say we have at the one side we have a skyline. Okay, let's say this height is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, this is 2, 3 and 4. This is 3, 2, 1, and this is 2, 3. So this is 4, 1, and this is 1 and 4. Okay, so now what will happen is that none of these skylines, like this direction will have certain skyline, this will have some skyline, this will have some skyline, and this will have its own kind of skyline. Okay, so if whenever I increase a skyline of, let's say, this side, okay, this left side, left, right, up and down. Okay, if I increase like the building, let's say first building, okay, this should not affect any other skylines. Okay, it should be an independent increase of height, so that the other skylines are not disturbed. It seems a little bit complex to understand, but it is not that complicated. Okay, so basically what will happen is, right now we have the skyline for all the sides as like the maximum height is 4. If you will see here, we will get this kind of skyline because for this we have 4 as our maximum height. Okay, and same goes with this one, then and the downward side. Okay, but let me take some other example. This time I'll take a smaller one, 7, 2, 1 and 3, 4, 5 and let's say 6, 8 and let's say 2. So for this, the skyline is going to be like 7, 3 and 6. Okay, this, and for this one it's going to be like 7, where should I do this, 7, 2 and 1. Okay, this is going to be the skyline. Now when I increase the skyline for this particular one, it should not affect this one or any other one. Okay, like if I'm increasing this, then the chances of it getting like disturbing other sides is that for this side it will affect this row, I mean this skyline. For this side it will affect the center one, and for this side it will affect the last, like the first one. Okay, so we need to take care of this as well. But if you will see here, we do not have to return our answer to the final skyline that we are raising. We just have to return an integer. What kind of integer? That is the maximum skyline that we are raising. Okay, let's say we have like a 7, 5 and 2. Okay, and behind that we have 7 and then 7 and 6. Okay, so now if I want to keep this skyline 7, 7, 6, okay, 7, 7 and 6, okay, I can increase this to the maximum 7. Okay, so what is the maximum that's going to be? So this minus this. Okay, so it is 7 minus, what was this, 5? I don't remember. Yeah, so 5, like let's say. Okay, so I can increase this by 2. I can increase this by what was it, 2 again, or is it 1? Okay, and this by 6. Okay, so that's how it's going to be. Like the maximum that we have increased, this is purely for example, don't take it in a literal sense. Okay, the maximum that we can increase is 10. Okay, we need to return this number. So how are we going to do that? So let's jump into the code that we are going to write for this, the procedure that we are going to follow. Okay, so I will be explaining you this via the first example that is given to us. So let's jump there. So let me just write that down first. 3084 3084 2457 245 and 7 9263 9263 and 0310. So this is our current skyline. Okay, so let me create this in a sort of a matrix that will be easier to understand for us. Okay, this is our like ith, this is jth. Okay, now so how are we going to solve this? So first what we'll do is we need to find the maximum in both the rows as well as the columns. Like what is the maximum in this row, what is the maximum in this row, what is the maximum this, what is the maximum in this. Likewise, what is the maximum in this column, max in this column, max in this column, max in this column. Okay, so that's quite simple. Okay, that's quite simple to do. So what we'll do is, and we need to store that as well. Okay, so what I'll do is I will take a left view, an array, and another array, a top view. Why I'm giving this names? Because left will give the maximum row, maximum height in a row, and top view will give the maximum height in a column. Okay, it's just purely for understanding purpose. It will be easier to understand. So let's say the left view. Okay, so at ith row, what is the maximum right now? It's 8, right? So I will write it 8. And in the top view, if you will see in the jth row or zeroth column, sorry, in the zeroth column the maximum is 9. So I will write down 9, and then we'll continue. So maximum in first row, that is 7, maximum in second row, that is 9, maximum in third row, it's 3. Okay, and the maximum in first column is 4, maximum in second column is 8, and maximum in last column is 7. Now this thing, it automatically gives us our final array, not the answer, our array. How is that? Let me show you. So first, let's write it down here. Okay, let me write it down. My row, that is 8 7 9 3. Okay, and here I will write it as 9 4 8 7. Now what I will do is I will compare this my row value with all the columns, and whatever is the minimum I will write it down here. So 8 and 9, 8 is minimum. 8 and 4, 4 is minimum. 8 and 8, they are both same, so 8 is minimum. 8 and 7, 7 is minimum. Similarly, 7 4 7 7, this is 9 4 8 7, and this is 3 3 3 and 3. Okay, now if you will observe this array, this matrix, okay, if you will observe this matrix, it is the same one that we are getting over here. Okay, so we have 8 4 8 doubles 8 7, 7 4 7 7, 9 4 8 7, and 3 3 3 3. But we need to return the answer, the sum, that is the maximum that we have increased the height. So for that, what we'll do is we'll go through our array, and each index will subtract. So 8 minus 3, that is 5, then 4 minus 0, that is 4, and we'll keep on adding these ones, the subtractions. So 8 minus 8, that is 0, plus 7 minus 4, that is 3. So if you keep on doing this, you will get your final, let me remove all this, not this one. So your final result, that is going to be 35. Okay, it's really simple. It seems like a hard question, but it is really simple. It only seems difficult because of this diagram that is given to us, because we are taking care of all the sides, right? I did the same mistake when I tried to solve this for the first time. Okay, but it is not that hard. Okay, so let's jump into the code now. So how do we start the code? So first, since we will be using this size of our let's say grid, yeah, so we'll be using the size of the grid very often, so I will just store that somewhere. Okay, so let me say this as size equals to grid dot length. Okay, now another thing that we will be needing is that our two arrays, that is our left view, that is going to be size of our grid, and another is going to be top view, that is going to be same size. Okay, now we need to fill this left view and top view arrays, right? So for that, what we'll do is I is going to be less than size, I plus plus, for equals to not I, j equals to 0, j is less than size, j plus plus. It seems like this dark theme is lagging a lot. Where is it? Let me change it back to the light theme. Let me know which one do you prefer, the light theme or the darker theme, okay, so that I will work accordingly. For this, let's keep it symmetrical, like throughout the video, and the black one only. Now for left view, okay, we have autocomplete as well, that's great. I did not know that. So left view of I, that is going to be what? So we need to find the maximum, right? So for that, what we'll do is so math.max of left view at I, comma grid I j. Okay, we need the maximum values, right? And for top view of I, that is going to be again max of what? Top view of I. And since for the top view we are looking at the columns only, right? So here it will be ji. Okay, half of our task is done. The later half, let's complete this. Our two arrays are ready. Now just we need the differences. For that, what I'll do is its size. Okay, for j equals to 0, j less than size j plus plus. And what we are going to do, let me create the result. Okay, result that is equals to 0 that we are going to return. Okay, and result is going to be what? And obviously we are going to keep on adding in the results, right? So we need to find, first of all, as I said, we need to find the minimum between this one and this one. Okay, so that is going to be like what, our top view of j comma left view of I, and then we are going to subtract it, okay, from what, grid I j. Okay, and at the end we'll simply return result. So let me submit this. Oh, interesting. This is quite new to me. This is the first time that I'm submitting after this whole UI update in the LeetCode. Okay, so we have runtime 1 ms. That's good. That's pretty good for us. And the memory is also quite bearable, like 44.6. It's good. I still need to look into this UI. It seems quite interesting. There's a lot of stuff new going on. We have next question, more challenges. That's really great. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, this is the solution. This is the code. I hope you understood this. This was really interesting. It has been a long time since I have made any video, and now I will be pretty uniform in making videos going forward. I have been busy with other works. Okay, but yeah, we are back at the track. So I hope you liked this and understood this. Thank you for watching, and do let me know if you have any other suggestions for me to solve from any other platform. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, keep coding.